Hey everyone, it's Adam here, I Can't See the Guy. Okay, just got done watching another movie moments ago. What a waste of fucking time. It's a shame because, obvious reasons. You could be watching a great movie and then getting into a review that I'll enjoy doing. Because I don't like ranting on movies, what's the fucking point, You see a movie you don't like. Of course, there are some bad movies out there that you don't mind doing rants on because you like to take a piss at the same time, and you like to make fun of the movie, like Jaws 4, The Revenge, or Home Alone 4, or Son of the Mask. I've seen loads of bad movies in my time, and I tell you, this one ain't far off. But I've just watched it moments ago, and God, it was shit. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big Robert Englund fan. Okay. Freddy Krueger is my hero. Got a tattoo Freddy Krueger on my arm. See? And I'm a big fan of Robert Englund. I mainly like to remember him as playing Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street. Loved him in Freddy vs. Jason. I've seen him in other films like Black Swarm and Urban Legends. And I thought to myself, oh, I've seen other films with him with not being Freddy, and I came across this one movie that I wanted to see something else that he was in. And I came across this movie in the charity shop, and I was like, oh, really? There's a film here that stars Robert Englund. And it's this movie right here, Inkubus. And this is not brand new, it only cost £1. But, I'm a fan of Robert Englund, and I wanted to see something else that he did. He's been in loads of films, he's a serious actor, he's a classically trained actor, and I think he's very convincing in no matter what role he plays. Nightmare on Elm Street, classic. Fucking great movie. This was boring. I mean, the film's low budget. You can tell it's low budget from a million miles away, but that kind of thing doesn't bother me. I've got loads of movies that are low budget, and again, if the story is right, and you can't help but love the characters, even if they're good or bad, the movie is like made into something enjoyable, something that's worth watching. This was not worth watching, Inkubus. I mean, it came out in the year 2011, and everyone knows what I think about films that are from 2000 and over. They're not usually that much good. You know me, I'm an 80s and 90s type of person, especially when it comes to horror movies. I will give Robert Englund props in this one particular movie. He does try his best to make the character come alive. I admit that. But this film also stars William Forsythe. I'm like, really? William Forsythe is in this movie? So cast-wise, you got a good selection of cast members in this. I mean, you got William Forsythe, who was in Halloween. Like I said, you got the main actor, Robert Englund, who plays the villain in this movie. Remember before Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy vs. Jason, and Urban Legends, and many other films. But Robert Englund's the main character in this movie. But there's also another guy in this movie, Joey Fatone. He's in this movie as well. I don't know if they got paid the right amount of money for doing this movie, or whether they was desperate for the money at the time. Because I thought to myself, there's no way Joey Fatone, Robert Englund, and William Forsythe would be in a movie like Inkubus. There's no fucking way. They're top actors. Why are they doing it in a fucking piece of shit like this? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, the film opens up with this detective. He's with his girlfriend or his wife, whatever, I can't remember, but she's giving birth, and you assume the baby's miscarried, That's why he's in a mental hospital. You know, he's going out his mind, banging his head on the wall and all that kind of shit. He's being interviewed by this detective to try and find out what state of his mind is. But film jumps back and forth loads of times. I mean, basically it's about this skeleton crew in this police station, and you've got a number of coppers there. Different actors playing different characters, and quite frankly, you do not give a flying fucking shit about any of them. That's one thing about this movie that was bad. The choice of characters. Apart from Robert Englund's character, you did not give a flying fucking shit about any of the characters in this movie. You didn't give a shit if they were killed. You didn't give a fucking flying shit about the personalities. You didn't give a fucking flying shit about their backgrounds. Nothing. Fuck all. There was nothing about any of these characters that were likeable or rememberable. I mean, this movie doesn't even have a good spot of sets. It just takes place in this police station, and that's it. I mean, this is about this kid who gets arrested for supposedly killing his girlfriend, chopping her head off. The kid tries to convince the cops that he didn't see the killer, that he was hiding in the shadows, cut her head off with a blade, and ran away with her head. But of course the cops don't believe him, and then somewhere out the blue, Robert Englund turns up, holding the woman's head. And yet I still don't believe that the kid is innocent, despite Robert Englund walking in with the evidence, holding this woman's head. Of course they arrest him. Robert Englund says to the cops that he's an incubus, and he's got some unfinished business. And basically, Robert Englund playing the Incubus, his mission is, well, I think his purpose is to get revenge on this one cop who was close to catching him 13 years ago. And I'm thinking, A, why did you wait fucking 13 years for it? And B, now you got revenge, what you plan on doing with this guy? Because the guy is after is William Forsythe. What are you planning to do with him? Kill him? Mess with his mind? What? These things do not come clear at all in this movie. Because he comes close in this movie. He's got loads of opportunities to kill him. He doesn't do it. I mean, Robert Englund's now arrested. He's now in the police station. William Forsythe is coming to the police station to try and confront the Incubus himself. There's a lot of mind games in this movie. There's a lot of things that didn't fucking make sense. I don't know if it was meant to fuck with the viewer's mind, because it certainly fucked with my mind, because I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. There's a scene where the cops are like in one corridor, they go into another, and then they find themselves in the original corridor again, and he's like, that's the Incubus, you know, he's playing with us. So you're thinking, okay, he's just playing mind games, you know, you think they're in one corridor when they're really in another corridor. There's a hilarious scene where this one cop just takes his shirt off and he beats the living shit out of that kid who got arrested. It's not supposed to be funny, but you can't help but laugh. Like, why did he take his shirt off? And he's like punching the kid in the face over and over again until he's like in a bloody mess and all that kind of shit. And you're thinking, was he possessed by the Incubus when he did that? Or, you know, what's the big fucking deal? Gore-wise, mediocre. I mean, this film is rated 18 because it's severe violence, but there was nothing special. The only two scenes I remember for being gory was when Robert Englund pulled out someone's spine, and there was a scene where he chops a woman in half. But even the kills weren't that memorable. They were very cheap, poorly edited. I'm really surprised Robert Englund played a part in this movie. The amount of work he's done, all the classic work he's done over the years, and he brings in a movie like this. But despite it being low budget, despite it being a poor movie, and I think deep down he knew it was going to be a poor movie and wasn't going to do well at the box office, he still put his heart and soul into the character. You can tell he tried. The way it was with his words, the way he spoke, the way he presented himself, expressed himself. You know, you could tell he tried to make some sort of fucking connection with everybody, but you couldn't help but just look in the opposite direction because the movie was that fucking cheap. It was that fucking boring. You didn't give a shit about what was going on. And then the ending, I just don't get it. I mean, William Forsyth, Robert Englund and William Forsyth come face to face. Robert Englund goes, no! After getting shot and all that kind of shit. And I really wish I could explain in more detail about what was going on because I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. This movie dragged, man. I mean, it's only on for 77 minutes and it felt like it was on for 2.5 fucking hours. Just scene for scene, shot for shot, fucking bullshit. I'm really surprised Robert Englund and William Forsythe acted in a movie like this. Same with Joe Fatone. Why the fuck would they appear in a movie like this? It's not exactly going to make names for themselves. I mean, they've already made names for themselves by being in their own type of movies. You know, Robert Englund has got nothing to prove. You know, he'll forever be remembered as Freddy Krueger and all that kind of shit, but just fucking unreal. Like I said, it was on for 77 minutes. Felt like it was going on forever. So we got one thing in extras, the UK trailer. So there was no interviews, there's no fan commentary, no commentary from any of the actors or the directors. Fuck all. I really wish there was more I can explain. This movie was fucking forgettable. I can see why now. Nobody wanted to have this as part of the collection in the house. And it's no fucking wonder I found it for only £1 in a charity shop. I should have really known better. I mean, I was intrigued by looking at the front cover. Picture of Robert Englund as the Incubus. Rated 18. What more could you want? It's going to be there. All the gore, the sex, the violence, the swearing. All going to fucking be there. But little did I know that I was heading for a right pile of boring fucking bullshit. Not good cameras or effects or choice for sets. It just all takes place in this police station and this skeleton crew. Not many actors. And completely worthless, forgettable movie. I'm really surprised Robert Englund starred in a movie like this, like I've already mentioned. So he doesn't explain his real purpose, other than he just wants to get revenge on the guy that nearly captured him 13 years ago. Yet he decided to wait 13 years for it. He turns himself into the police station holding a woman's head to get arrested on purpose just so he can get close to William Forsythe's character. Sorry everyone, back to the charity shop this is going. The most boring movie you can ever see in your life. So I don't recommend it to everybody. If you're a fan of Robert Englund and you want to check the movie out, fine, check it out. But Freddy Krueger does not make an appearance. That's all I'm going to say. You'll see a different side of Robert Englund, and it's his not caring at all side. You know, that's all I'm going to say. So please like, rate, and comment this, everyone. If you've seen Inkubus, let me know how you feel about the movie. I'll be glad to hear your thoughts, and hopefully they're the same thoughts as mine. So thanks everybody. Thanks for watching this, and see you another time for another review. Take care.